Welcome to the season premiere, season 4 of Don't Waste Your Time. This video may not be for you. My name is Purcell, and as we are closing in on the aftermarket items, I just want to give you a recap of the exterior items that you might have missed in season 3. The first thing I did when I bought my car as far as exterior was I got the Modesto coating on my car, and then after a while Modesto stopped selling the products and I started doing it myself. And I use a variety of items: wax, clay bar, seal, soap wash, 2-bucket method. So that is basically what I use to keep the car clean. The second thing that I lunged at was these beautiful Vossen wheels that I just simply adore. Vossen wheels was the second aftermarket item I put on the car, along with the P0 Pirelli tires, which was item 3. And then of course I had to get the calipers painted, which is down here, which was item 4. You see the TESLA there and the emergency brake right about there. So after I got the wheels done, the tires and the calipers, I went to look for something else, and then what I found was in the 2012 to 2015 Model S's, we have this rear diffuser down here, and this rear diffuser to me looked a little naked. We had a lot of silver down here, so I just got these little silver chrome diffusers right here around the lights. So that was the 5th thing, and then I went with the ultra bright lights for the license plates. It was item number 6. Item number 7 was the Tesla T, and number 8 was the applique. So that was it in a nutshell, the lighted applique. So now this season we are focusing on the rest of the items that I put inside the car, and I have a whole host of items. You see the interior of the car, all of this stuff here, plus this page here. So this is going to be a long season. I might have to divide it up in 2 because there is a ton of stuff that I put in place inside the car. The first thing that I'd like to cover very quickly is that, you know, when you first buy the Tesla, I know a lot of people don't go after the wheels and they don't go after the wax and everything that I did, but a lot of people start looking at tint. These windows, as you know, are somewhat tinted, that come with, and depending on your state, depending on where you live, tint is an absolute must. If you're living in a hot environment with sun all the time, it is absolutely imperative to get some type of tint in your car to hope that you can beat down some of the heat. But again, getting tint in different states definitely have different regulations and rules, and I live in Maryland, so since my car was somewhat tinted, air quote, I went with the lightest tint possible. And in this example, I went with a company called Speed Freaks. They actually did a very good job. Actually, I'm not going to give them any credit because Speed Freaks wasn't it. I'm sorry. I went with a company called Safe and Sound. I apologize, Speed Freaks. I went with a company called Safe and Sound, and what I did was I asked for the lightest tint possible. I went with the Solar Guard Ultra Performance that's at 50%. And at 50%, it makes it look like it is 40% with 35 light VLT. So that's what I decided to go with. I went with a very light tint because the windows were already tinted. And so I went with the Solar Guard tint at 50%, and I think it looks great. I mean, you know, any tint would do well, as long as the guys do a good job, the guys and gals that's doing tint, so you don't see any air bubbles or anything like that. Hopefully you don't have any bad experience with getting tint. But again, that's what my state requires. I didn't want to go with any darker tint with any hassle of them finding a reason to pull me over. I didn't want that, so I just went with a very light tint as possible. It serves its purpose. It kind of keeps the heat back, and it also gives it a nice, good look. So that was aftermarket number 9 of my aftermarket items.